What's going on, guys? This is Travesty here, and today I have the PPL Finals. We've made finals once again, with a little bit of luck on our side in the last couple of games, but alongside some pretty decent play, I hope. And we are facing none other than Gunk. So this is going to be the third time we've faced in playoffs in 3 different formats, and a rematch of the MGL Finals as well. And Gunk has been playing proper VGC, so she went to NAIC and day 2, so she's like, again, a legit doubles player now that Champions has happened, which I guess maybe we're becoming as well, but there's just less events in Australia because fuck us, I guess. But yeah, so her team is really threatening. She was in the other division, so you'll see some things that we've already faced on this team. Most notably, she has King Gambit, which is a real problem, and Talonflame. Priority Tailwind is just a massive issue for my team because otherwise I have really quite good speed control. And I almost have to worry about denying Trick Room, which I think is easier than denying Talonflame's Tailwind because it can protect, it can quick guard, it can upper hand, etc. And then get off that Gale Wing's Tailwind and cause me a bunch of problems. And then obviously King Gambit I think is going to outspeed me in Tailwind, and I'm just going to have a bad old time. Nonetheless, outside of that, Floette looks pretty good here. There's an Ariados, which I think does come. There's a Talonflame, which also I think does come, and those are her only 2 fairy resists. Everything else is neutral, and we hit pretty hard. Most of the things on her team are more, I guess the mix of bulk is pretty fair, but like more Peko just drops, obviously. Primarina and Frostlass, which have pretty good special bulk. Once we get a Calm Mind up, we 1v1 them super easily, barring any hacks. So yeah, we're running a real bulky, still modest Floette here with just full support. We're playing Protect the President this week, and we're just going to hope that we can get up maybe at least 1 Calm Mind. We'll guarantee 1 Calm Mind. If we can get up a 2nd Calm Mind, then I think we just win, if we get some other boosts, so we'll see if we can angle for that position, but yeah, just win is obviously an overstatement. There's lots of things that can go wrong, but yeah, we're going to try and just see how Floette does with that. So to pair with the Floette, we have our scrappy Kangaskhan here. 4 attacks with a bit of bulk investment all around, enough speed to outspeed the Floette, which is important, because then we can brick break through the Aurora Veil onto something like the Mega Frostlass or the King Gambit, and then Floette will go after that, so they might be thinking they'll live something through Veil, and then we can break Veil and get off our big damage with Floette. Rock Slide to try and deal with the Talonflame. I believe this investment is like a 50% chance to... No, I think it's not a chance to OHKO at all. I think that was a different spread I was running and ended up deciding to go bulky. And yeah, Fake Out Double Edge is just solid. Fake Out, it gives us potentially more chances to set up with the Floette. Even just the threat of it can be good, or to clean up late game. Like I said, I'm expecting Talonflame, and I'm expecting her to bring either Quick Guard or Upper Hand, because that's something she's brought before. Could also bring it on the meta champs. That's something we'll have to pay attention to and try and see if we can catch her off guard with, like, she goes for Quick Guard and we just Rock Slide and Talonflame just dies potentially. Then we have a fully supportive Gallade here. So very, very physically bulky. I should mention Kangaskhan's holding the Chopper Berry to try and take a hit from Nedichan potentially, and then can OHKO back with the Double Edge if it goes like close combat. And just generally bulky to take 2 Blizzards from Frostlass and things like that. So yeah, Gallade here is, its special defense is naturally already high enough, so running max defense, pretty much max defense, max HP, Impish Nature. This is enough to take an Acrobatics from an itemless Adamant Talonflame into an Adamant Iron Head from a King Gambit. It could be Adamant Metal Coat on King Gambit, it could be Brave Bird Sharpbeak on the Talonflame, but I really can't go any further, so that's all I went for. Rock Slide again is just so good into this team. It hits the Frostlass, it hits the Rotom, it hits the Talonflame, it hits the Ariados, and then everything else we just have fairy damage for. So that's why I've got it on so many mons here. Then have Coaching. So the idea with this is if I can get a Calm Mind or 2 up on the Floette, I can then Protect on it and then get a Coaching into it as well. And then with Draining Kiss, we can just sustain the Floette inevitably, like just forever. With 1 Coaching boost, we wall out basically everything. We will still take over half from a King Gambit Iron Head, but if it's going for Iron Head, it's slower than us. If it's under Tailwind, we can kind of deal with it. I hope. But Draining Kiss should be healing us back a good amount. And if we get a second coaching boost off, then we're absolutely singing. So yeah, and then we've got Quick Guard on there, which allows us to basically wall Talonflame. I'm not expecting it to be carrying a Fire Stab here. It might be, but I doubt she'll go for it on frame 1, so we can probably get a Quick Guard off and protect ourselves from like Talonflame or potential Sucker Punch, potential First Impression, etc. from the Ariados or E-Speed from Dragonite, etc. So that could come in handy. And then Life Dew just for a little bit of healing so I can protect with the Floette if I need to. Again, it's going to be the focus, and just get a Life Dew up. Then we have Volcarona. This thing is there to help me get my Calm Mind up. So we have Rage Powder, Heat Wave, Tailwind and Protect. Basically, we're going to lead this and Floette in game 1, Rage Powder, and then go from there. So the hope is that they double attack into this thing, bring it down, and we get a Calm Mind up with Floette, and then we get a free switch into something like Gallade to get off the coaching boost, etc. Otherwise, we'll play around that as we do. If we get a Tailwind up, then we can like match the Talonflame's Tailwind and put ourselves in a much better place against things like the Kingambit and the Primarina, and Protect is just there to stall or fake out if I need to. Flame Body, because if I can catch something like the Kingambit or the Medicham going into my Floette and instead redirect them into Volcarona and then get a burn, that'd be fantastic, because that's what Volcarona is here to do. And it's also Gunk's favorite Pokemon, so I'm hoping she'll feel bad about KOing it. And then we just have Heat Wave for chip and damage primarily onto like Kingambit, break the Gale Wings on Talonflame, things like that. Then we have a Choice Scarf. Oh, we're Focus Sash on the Volcarona, so we guarantee take 2 hits. And then we have Choice Scarf Raichu. So Scarf Raichu will outspeed things like Kingambit in Tailwind. Will outspeed basically everything in Tailwind outside of like Frostlass and Talonflame, I think. I have to double check my calcs actually, but it's pretty fast. It's pretty fast. I don't think we outspeed the base 100s in Tailwind actually, but you know, we outspeed some of the slower stuff like Prim, and we outspeed it +2 Torterra, not that we can do anything to it. And we have Electroweb, Nuzzle, Fake Tears, and Reflect. Electroweb is pretty obvious. Spread move, breaks Gale Wings, lowers speeds, puts Float in a better place to one-shot things. I'm hoping that Kingambit it should be running enough speed to outspeed everything in Tailwind, at which point at -1 it will not outspeed my Floette, I believe. It could be running enough. It could be running Jolly basically. If it's running Adamant, I think we're fine. I gotta go with something. Nuzzle, similarly, if I can nuzzle into things, if I don't think the Ariados is there, for example, I can nuzzle safely, paralyze whatever I want, and then just kill stuff with Floette, and Fake Tears just to boost my damage, Reflect in case I need to get a Reflect up to try and keep Floette alive. And then we have Dragapult, so running very specially defensive Dragapult to take a Blizzard from Mega Frostlass, modest Mega Frostlass that is, outspeeding basically everything that's creeping at my Raichu, and then just Shadow Ball and Flamethrower for damage. Flamethrower will do good enough damage into Kingambit, Shadow Ball is good enough damage into everything else. She doesn't have a resist outside of the Kingambit. I guess there's more Peko as well, and then just throw around Burns and disable some moves to try and preserve the Floette. So yeah, this is a full-on everything around Floette, putting all our eggs in that basket for the last game of the season here. I don't know if it's my best game plan. This matchup is tough, just because the speed control is so hard, and I'm not entirely sure how else I wanted to get it into my favor. This is what I've ended up committing to, and we're just going to have to see how it goes. Gunk is a fantastic player. She builds unorthodox teams, so that's part of why I'm hoping to catch her off guard with just buffing the Floette to high heaven and then just OHKOing everything, because there's hopefully not a lot she can do about that. But she's done stuff like side Frost Breath into Tauros with Anger Point to get it to +6. She did stuff like Round with, I think it was Talonflame and Primarina to get off fast Liquid Voice rounds. Like, Gunk can cook, so we're just going to have to play out of our skin basically to try and win this one, and we're going to cut to the game now and see if we can do just that. Okay, here for the battle against Gunk. Mostly what we expected. No Medicham is just is what it is, to be honest. It wasn't like the biggest threat, but it was a potential threat. She brought both Megas, the King Gambit, Talonflame, Prim and Ariados. Alright. We're gonna try it. And select Floette. And Volcarona in the lead. Gallade and Raichu in the back. Good luck, have fun to gunk. If we lose, we lose. Honestly, she's pretty goated. So. I just hope there's no like major hacks, like if we get frozen turn 1 or some shit. Now I've said that, it's gonna happen, isn't it? Good luck, have fun, cool avatar. Ariados Talonflame, okay. I am going to Calm Mind, Off Rip, and Rage Powder. Would not be surprised if this is like... So it could be... Talonflame could attack. If it's Brave Bird, that's fantastic. That means Raichu looks really good in the back. Could be Tailwind. I'm expecting Tailwind plus attack into Floette, to be honest. We're gonna go for Rage Powder. Yeah, it is the Brave Bird. Talonflame takes recoil. Ariados is not scarfed. T-Spikes. Okay. I could just get off a Gleam here. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. And Rage Powder again. Talonflame's going to protect. That's fine. I think. We can't protect the next turn. 30% into Ariados, so that looks like it's specially bulky. It's String Shot that hits both. Forgot it did that. Yeah, that is bulky ass. So it's like fully spit out. So that's the play against the Tailwind. If I just ripped a Heat Wave, that would be in fantastic position. I'm going to protect and Heat Wave. Yeah, it's just going to take out the So we're at -2 speed. And there's the P-jab. So do I want to go you or you? Electro-Web's a lot less useful now. We do threaten with Rock Slide. And honestly, I kind of just want to Rock Slide and Gleam. Brave Bird will do a lot. So I could try and Draining Kiss the Ariados. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Because then Rock Slide should finish it off afterwards. Oh, we're going to be slower. I'm an idiot. I forgot we're going to be slower. Ariados uses Rage Powder. That's kind of fine. We're going for Rock Slide anyway. It's going to be Brave Bird. We're going to proc the Cobra Berry. We should live one. Yeah, we live pretty comfortably. Now you just need to hit your Rock Slides. Perfect. Oh, should have gleamed. That's right. We do see Rage Powder as well. So I think my play here is protecting coaching. If I see King Gambit, 100% protecting coaching. Primarina. Do I want to do that? There's no point in quick guarding. I could just Rock Slide for chip. Yeah, I think I'm expecting the Psy noise here. They're just gonna Gleam and Rock Slide. Primarina protects. Okay. That's fine. Crit mattered. I would be surprised if it's not Gambit in the back. I'm like really surprised. Yeah, there's the King Gambit. So now I'm going to reveal the tech and go Protect plus Coaching. Because then we can bring in Raichu and we can nuzzle the Gambit. Or just Fake Tears, honestly, but probably nuzzle. Gambit's going to protect. And it is faster than Floette. That's to be expected, but if we get to -1, it might not be. Gonna go for the Coaching. There's Hyper Voice. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. Alright. So I think I always... 2 gleams should kill both, right? And then we nuzzle Gambit and hope it's not Lum. No Lum. Moonblast into Raichu, that's fine. This won't KO. You get the big hit off. That's a clean 2-hit KO against both. And it's going to be Iron Head into that. Prim is leftovers. Do we take Sucker Punch into Moonblast? I think I just got to go for it. Okay, so we didn't reveal Quick Guard on Gallade. Yeah, it's gonna be Sucker Punch. And we should clean up here. Okay. Floette claims the KO. Whew! We win the first game 2-0. So Prim we saw Lefty's Hyper Voice and Moonblast, so it could be like Calm Mind or Life Dew as well. Gambit we saw Iron Head, looks like adamant damage, but not bulky. Based off how much that D-Gleam did, it looks like it is a fast Gambit, right? That could have just been a really high roll. D-Gleam does a lot. Okay. And I don't think we revealed that we were Scarf on Raichu either, because that was always our play regardless. Yeah, it had to be Sucker Punch into... I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna go with the same mode. What could you pivot? Do I want to change anything? Would Kangaskhan have been useful in the back there? Maybe. It just forces protects, is the thing. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see if she tries to pivot at all. The Toxic Spikes weren't that useful, I don't think, so I don't know if you bother with that this time around. Yeah, there's Talonflame and Frostlass. So I think it's just going to be Brave Bird and Blizzard. Could be Veil as well. If I don't get up a Calm Mind, I'm doing way not enough damage. And I take too much, yeah. I think it's always Calm Mind. No, I think I have to Rage Powder. I was seeing if there was like a call, but I don't think I thought through it well enough of like, because you can Blizzard here to break the Sash, and like Tailwind. which puts me in a less good spot for next turn. But if she should always just target into the Floette with Brave Bird, and I can't afford to take that damage. So I'll see what she goes for. Okay, so Frostlass has Veil and is faster than Talonflame. So Talon is almost certainly Adamant. Alright, I'm going to protect here and Tailwind, I think. Because it should be Shadow Ball plus... Okay, that's fine. So it's a speed tie. So she's speed tying between those two mons, that's fine. We're gonna see Blizzard come out. Okay. I don't think I have time to go Gallade. I think it's time for the Raichu. And I think we have to do Dazzle plus Electro Web. This should do enough through Veil. It doesn't! Shit. I underestimated Veil. Okay, let's attack into that though. And Talonflame goes down. And Blizzard just KOs. Cool. And there's the Gambit. How many turns of Veil do we have now? 2 turns of Veil, 2 turns of Snow. I think I always protect plus coaching here. And then I can like... Gambit protects, that's fine. We should live a Shadow Ball. It's still faster. Did I not get it down to -1? Oh, we're not running a lot of speed on this thing. That's fine. So Gleam doesn't look like it picks up on Frostlass. But it might. So I'm going to Dazzling Gleam here. And Life Dew. So if you don't attack, I get my healing. And if we carry the Frostlass, I get my healing as well. Cool. Just lives. Yeah, it's gonna be Shadow Ball. Yeah, it's gonna be Iron Head. And this will do a lot. So much. Snow stops. Veil wears off. Now it's always just click Gleam. should take a sucker. So it's just what's in the back and do we outspeed it. So if we outspeed it, we can always just Draining Kiss and we'll heal up so much. Ironhead. Protect. Yeah, Kingambit's going to protect here. I couldn't risk it though. Gleam, I think, is a guaranteed KO into that slot though. So what is it in the back? It's not going to be Dragonite. It could be Prim. In which case, I think we Draining Kiss the Gambit. Yeah. That should get us more HP. And it should be a KO based on how much the other thing did. Yeah. Okay. Come on, Floette. Yeah, Gambit's gonna sucker. That does not KO. We get the Draining Kiss. That deletes the Kingambit. Now can we 1v1 this Prim? Moonblast. Oh, does 60. No special attack drop. We always just click Draining Kiss every single turn here. This should... It might not two-shot, but we should be healing enough. And we outspeed. And if it doesn't two-shot, Gleam might. Fuck, this is gonna be close. And I think we've revealed everything we can. I really don't want to... Okay, that does 55. That's perfect. It's gonna Calm Mind. I don't care. Do I care? I did 60 damage last time. No, because I'll always heal back a little bit with Draining Kiss. We can always crit. At +1, there's no way Gleam kills, so we just Draining Kiss again. There's no point trying to play around Protects, even though she should. Protect to get lefties. Okay. I think we have this as long as she doesn't crit. There's the Moonblast. Does a lot, but we live. And now we just click Dazzle for the most damage possible. So that did like 30 something, so she would need like 4 Protects in a row, I think, to win. Which is possible. It's possible. Even then, we Draining Kiss. She's going for it. There's the lefties. Single target Dazzle does so much more than Draining Kiss does. Yeah, this should KO. This should KO. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're gonna need a lot of Protects. Doesn't get it! We win! Finally won a championship. Ah, oh, that was tight. GG's to Gunk. Always so much fun to play you. I'm so happy with that. Floette might be a bit busted. It's actually the first time it's really popped off. I haven't really invested in like full support into Calm Mind Floette before. Yeah, that was, what a game. Those like Veil live on 2, like both of those times I would have been in such a better position if it hadn't lived, but we got through it anyway. Just bulk out the Floette and click Draining Kiss. Oh, that was great. So we finished the season like 7-1, I think. A couple of games we got really lucky. I'm really glad that one was clean. I don't think there was a single piece of hacks that I can think of. There was no full paras, no misses, no freezes, no flame body proc or static proc. So GG's to Gunk. She had a fantastic season. She, like I said, check her out in the description. She brings some fire techs. Like Frost Breath crit into Anger Point Tauros. She brought round. She popped off with more Peko in an earlier week. So yeah, that's going to be our season. And I'm going to take a well-deserved break from Draft League for like 2 or 3 months at least. I really need to focus on my studies, so I'm going to knuckle down on that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be playing some MB, so I might upload some of that on this channel. We'll see. But either way, we got one. PPL champions once again. See you guys whenever I see you.